Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Before we get into it, I will say at this point, I'm exactly 100 away from the 100,000. So we're definitely going to do it today, but as soon as possible. So if you are watching this and you're yet to subscribe, please do so. We'll get there. We'll get over that 100,000 target. Then I can stop asking. Now, we have an interesting cover-up, I suppose, really. A government so embarrassed by the figures because they go against the narrative. We have a British government that is absolutely refusing, point blank refusing, to release migrant crime data, even within Parliament. Labour is flat out refusing to release these figures, basically on immigrants and immigrant crime and the costs thereof. There's been parliamentary written questions, several of them, and they keep using the same tired BS excuses, such as it's too expensive or it's not held centrally. Both of which are, and I'm not even putting allegedly, both of which are lies. It's not too expensive, and yes, it is. After all, don't they boast about how many databases they have, how much information they have? You know, they want to have a database of every single one of us, and yet they're claiming they don't have a database on these figures. I cry, bollocks. They're lying. They're absolutely lying. And the reason is, it's embarrassing. Lord Jackson of Peterborough, he asked how many migrants, or immigrants we call them, with suspected links to organised crime are in the UK. How many have been removed? How many are being released or are on bail? The Home Office Minister, Lord Flint, refused to answer. He said the information requested is not currently available from published statistics. Well, then publish the statistics. He said the relevant data can only be collated and verified for the purpose of answering this question at disproportionate cost. Bullshit. You know how many people are on bail. Don't tell me that the justice system of this country doesn't know how many people are on bail and what they're on bail for. That is a lie. That is bollocks. And that is only something you just poll a database and it'll tell you. Now, Andrew Snowden, another MP, he asked how many foreign nationals were denied entry for supporting terror groups since 2020. Again, this is a figure that will be recorded. It will be held. That was refused for the same reasons. Oh, it's too expensive to get and it's not held centrally. Again, absolute sheer bollockry. A written question on the misuse of taxpayer-funded ASPAM cards, which are the ones that basically they give to immigrants for asylum seekers that have had refused thing there. Oh, we can't release that because it's commercially sensitive. Really? Why? Is someone else funding these immigrants and you don't want them to know? Again, bollocks and buggery, because we know, centrally accounted, we know how much is being spent on these aspirin cards. That is absolutely, by law, must be kept. It's absolute hypocrisy. The trouble is, of course, when Reform become the next government, they'll release all of this. They'll show it. They've said they're being open about this. So this government, they're not protecting themselves at all. They're just making the situation worse. Again, the cover-up is worse than the crime. Now, Labour are refusing this, and they're refusing it to Parliament. And that means that they're shutting down any kind of oversight, accountability, scrutiny, debate on a very important issue because it goes against their narrative. We can never solve a problem with Labour in charge because they refuse to let anyone know what's going on because their secrecy is important to them. Because without that secrecy, they'll be exposed for what they are. Destroyers, traitors, quislings, turncoats. They're actually aiding and assisting the genocide of white British people. Thank you very much. Let's get to 100,000. Bye.